In spite of her hectic schedule, Jana Duggar has returned with further updates on her life with Stephen Wisman. After Jana and her husband were married, they relocated to Nebraska. With the help of other Duggar relatives, they renovated their rundown house. Jana has broken the curse of being the eldest Duggar to remain single, and many fans are celebrating with her. Video and still images from Jana's wedding have been made public. When Jana revealed exclusive photographs from Stephen's proposal, many were taken aback. Read on to view the touching images. The Nebraska couple, Jana and her husband, had been doing really well. A client's project was recently unveiled by the former Counting On star. The married couple's impressive building talents were on full display as they laid water lines on a vast farm. Last month, Jana and Stephen returned from California as well. Jinger and Jeremy were their companions. Jessa and her relatives were among those who accompanied them. Jana also enjoys recording Stephen and her adventures in nature. Jana has been quite encouraging to her husband and the in-laws' extended family. Considering Jana's skill on the piano, some are also wondering whether she may join them for future performances. On the day when Stephen Wisman proposed to Jana Duggar just posted some rare images to Instagram. It has been 1 year since the Counting On alumnus said yes to Stephen, who reportedly got down on one knee on a picturesque cliffside beachside. It was a particularly tender moment because the two were encircled by flowers. Jana elaborated by saying it was all magical. She went on to say, "I praise God that He brought us together. I am filled with anticipation for what lies ahead because this past year has truly surpassed all of my expectations. Stephen Wisman, you are loved by me." The proposal photographs also left many fans in amazement. "In those shoes, how far did he force you to walk? Haha, I'm ecstatic for you. You look absolutely radiant and joyful in this photo. Marriage is a beautiful thing, isn't it? How thoughtful that he waited for you to be ready to reconnect by holding a candle. Wow. Very impressive. I am filled with immense joy for you. Looking forward to seeing your adorable little ones. I always knew you would be a fantastic mom. Warm regards. We need babies. Oh my. Certainly 1 or 2. I am elated for you." After Jana gave her hubby an indoor haircut, she also amazed several of her followers. She claims that Stephen hasn't had a haircut in a month. The fact that the former Counting On star won over so many viewers with her haircutting abilities is just one more example of her impressive versatility. Caring for her younger siblings was a family tradition for Jana. She may have picked up the ability of cutting hair as one of her numerous housekeeping chores for her younger siblings. Many viewers are now holding their breath in the hopes that Stephen Wisman and Jana Duggar will share the happy news of a pregnancy announcement. Their social media posts, however, suggest that they are making global travel a top priority in their relationship. The most famously single sister from 19 Kids and Counting, Jana Duggar, was shrouded in secrecy for a long time and was the oldest of the Duggar daughters. She hasn't tied the knot yet, and fans often wonder why. Could she be cheating on her boyfriend? Is marriage even in her future? Everything went boom. The internet was driven into a frenzy when Jana suddenly posted, "Yes, 1,000 times yes # the next chapter." Enclosed are 8 photographs that have never been seen before from Stephen Wisman's proposal, a tender, private moment that has never been viewed by anybody outside of her inner circle. Jana eventually allowed the world in after years of quiet, conjecture, and side-eyeing family courtship rules, and what she shared was pure magic. A proposal we were unaware of. Among Duggar supporters, Stephen Wisman's name had been circulating for some time as a possible connection to Jana. Wisman is a musician and pilot from Nebraska. The pair, however, never made an official confirmation. No official statements of courtship. Unrelated to TLC. Less flashy engagement announcements. Silently, it all transpired. In private. Exactly like Jana had envisioned. Her Instagram post went viral in less than 12 hours, reaching 500,000 likes. It claimed that Stephen proposed at a sunset picnic on a private family-owned airstrip in Nebraska, the very spot where they had gone flying on their first get-to-know-you date. Stephen is shown in the images bending down on one knee, bathed in the ethereal light of the sunset behind him. Jana, who is wearing a delicate peach dress and shoes, is obviously quite moved, with her eyes wide and her hands outstretched towards the ring. Set against what? In large, cursive letters, the words, "Will you marry me, Jana?" are painted onto a vintage airplane. Everyone starts crying. The pictures that fans will not stop discussing. Let's dissect the most famous photos Jana ever posted. As soon as he knelt, a little velvet package is brought to Neil by Stephen, who is delighted. Jana covers her lips with her hands as she gasps. An up-close view of the ring. A vintage gold band holds a petite solitaire diamond in this ring reveal. Pure and uncluttered. Simple yet exquisite. Thus, Jana. With her sure enough, there's a candid image of them embracing, with Jana's eyes watering and Stephen's face beaming like he's won the jackpot. Kiss on the forehead as the sun sets behind the painted airplane. That's the airplane kiss. Their memories of the question, "Will you marry me?" are vivid. A wide image shows the Duggar and Wisman families cheering and smiling as they watch from a distance. To top it all off, Jim Bob is seen rubbing his eyes. Polaroid of a charming note Stephen put in the cockpit prior to the proposal, Jana's handwritten note, asking, "Are you prepared to soar with me forever, my darling, the one who finds joy in the smallest of things?" Notebook meets Duggar courtship was the fan term. The perfect caption. What little Jana said in her caption was more than enough. I've longed for a relationship that alleviated stress rather than adding it. I waited, pondered, and prayed for years. Stephen, you have made me feel loved, safe, and seen. Cheers to the most delightful fresh start. Comments were flying in at the first mention. It's worth it. Walmart has me in tears. In all my years of seeing engagement posts, this one is the most gentle and heartfelt. Certain Duggar sisters, such as Jinger and Jill, even left comments complete with emojis and private messages. I love you so much, Jinger, who finally gets to share her excitement. Sister, I am elated for you, Jill said. A real gem. Why this is important, beyond a ring. Jana was called Cinderella Duggar for a long time since she stayed at home and raised her younger siblings while her older siblings were married off quickly. She was the object of much pity among her admirers. Many looked up to her fierce individualism. Because she was so reserved, nobody could guess her true desires. That's why this is a unique occasion. There was no reality show romance. Nothing happened. No network partnerships, no matching t-shirts, and no millions of people saw huge Duggar kisses on the cheek. It felt personal. Personal. Keep silent. Hers it was. In addition to beginning a new chapter in her life, Jana's proposal is a subtle defiance of the expectations that have dogged her for so long. It's not about tying the knot at last. The focus is on her making her own decisions. Stephen Wisman. What we know about him. A member of the famously large and conservative Wisman family, Stephen comes from a long line of musicians and has strong family values. In contrast to the Duggars, the Wismans have chosen to remain out of the spotlight far more. Stephen is well known for being quiet, reflective, and very romantic. He also has licenses to fly and work on cars. Stephen also plays several instruments, including the mandolin and piano. His acquaintances say that he and Jana were acquainted on a mission trip in 2020 and remained in touch afterward. Yet they consciously shied away from the limelight. The source mentioned that they preferred the courtship not to be staged. A friendship, not a hashtag, was their goal in wanting to grow. Where will Jana and Stephen go from here? In an additional article, Jana said that they are organizing a modest, family-focused wedding for the fall, either in Nebraska or Arkansas. As a huge life change for someone who has spent her entire life at home, she also revealed that after her marriage, she will be relocating to Nebraska. I'm feeling a mix of emotions, she confessed. However, I am prepared more than anything else.